Hey folks, welcome back to Brown. Now then, we're here with the fourth member of the Elite Four. Final member, it's Drake. Wasn't there already two of those? Of course, he does have the right philosophy. Let's just get at it. Bam. And I should note that this is, in fact, post-commentary, because this episode required a lot of re-recording. Not because it was difficult, but it was difficult to do well and put me in a good position for the next one. Because you may have noticed that I had a very limited stock of revives left. So it took a lot of retries to get this match, so I had enough revives to revive everyone. So here, Kingra is kind of weird. It's basically, it won't attack Caesar, even though it has Water Gun. Like, I've tried to switch in Chad and Sword Stance up on it. It doesn't work, it starts Water Gunning. Switched in Buster, doesn't work, starts Water Gunning. But Caesar is like immune to that. And that's not a one-time thing, it actually comes in later in the fight. But here it's basically just smokescreen annoyance. If I ran out of noise pulses, I would have just switched to Aeroblast and Surfs, and it would have had to work out eventually, since it can't run out of PP due to the way the first generation works. But at this point, it's just easy, repetitive stuff that I'm not going to bother editing out, because one, that would make the episode, again, rather short, and two, it gives you a sense of the frustration, since for a lot of my re-records I had to live through doing this part over and over, because this part is not difficult. But other parts are, basically. So I actually have a recording of a less successful attempt at this. I still beat it, but did not work out as well as I had hoped, and I was planning on using that if I couldn't get this right, but thank God I did. So anyway, Kingra finally goes down, and got an Aerodactyl, and prior knowledge leads me to believe that using a Thunder Wave from Buster is the best way to deal with this, since Aerodactyl is generally known for being fast, but not exactly the strongest. This thing does have Hyper Beam and Aeroblast, so I want to get a Thunder Wave so I can take it easily, and that's the one thing that Buster is really useful for. Show off Dynamic Punch. I'm not really sure about how its accuracy is, because I get great luck here, but in prior attempts I've missed 5 in a row, and yeah, here's Hyper Beam. And the annoying thing about Aerodactyl is that 1, it outspeeds Schneider, and 2, it has 2 super effective moves against Schneider. So, really not the best matchup if I don't have a T-Wave going for me. And even then, not necessarily the best matchup if I don't get a critical, because it's one of those maybe, maybe nots kind of deals. Here's a Gyarados. Now you might think I'm going to keep in Schneider, but no. Actually switch to Caesar, and the exact same thing happens here that happened with Kingra. I can just keep attacking it, and it won't try to attack. This thing has Hyper Beam and Dragon Rage and maybe other stuff, but it just keeps using Leer. And I don't really understand it. Caesar is just magical like that, but I don't know. I don't understand it. Like, I try to keep Schneider in, Hyper Beam, bam, yeah. Usually a critical to boot. But here, just kind of Aeroblasting away, showing off the awesome animation. I don't get it, but I'm not complaining. It's one of those things where you'd have to hack the AI in order to fix it. And the day someone does that is the day that I've already eaten my socks. I'll think of something. But only if it actually happens. Anyway, Dragonite. Now I was hoping for another weird AI thingy-doob here, like, you can mess with Dragonites by using a Weedle and it'll just keep agility. Not the deal here. It slams and it does a lot of damage. Slams surprisingly powerful, actually. Anyway, Shaft. Use the underutilized Rock Slide. Again, don't know how to deal, because this thing has Hyper Beam. Probably everything on his team has Hyper Beam, I don't know. The Dragon Rage too. So really, I just want to hopefully finish it off with Shaft, since Shaft's one of my few Pokemon that outspeeds it. And I was pretty sure that Schneider would not outspeed it, even though Ice Beam would be useful. Might not work. Anyway, he starts using Agility for some reason. I'm not complaining. And now if it uses Agility again, I'll be able to finish it off, but of course not. It decides to do a somewhat logical thing and Slam. I don't know, I don't really understand the AI. Now here, it was kind of a last-ditch effort, honestly. It decides to use Agility again, I get Ice Beam in, KO'd. I'm not sure what I would have done if it hadn't Agility again. Probably would have had to use Gemini and things would have gotten nasty. Anyway, last Pokemon left is Charizard. And in prior attempts, my best bet for taking down Charizard was Chad, believe it or not. Set up Swords Dances, and then weather through his wing attacks and later Dragon Breaths, and heal from them until you can basically take it down with your boosted attack. That was my strategy. It worked better than anything else, except maybe a Rock Slide from Shaft, but when I tried that I got bad accuracy hacks. And I was overly cautious here because I didn't want to deal with criticals. I didn't want to have to redo it, revive a whole bunch more than I should. But it actually worked out fairly well. I didn't have to do a whole lot of reviving. And I was tempted to use a Max Potion to get Chad up to full health, but I decided no, I want to save those for the final battle when I have a really tight spot and not just try and save time. So I probably could have gotten away with one less Super Potion, but you know, it never hurts to be safe. So 2 more hits and Charizard will go down. Critical, as you can see, actually does less than the boosted Swords Dance because that's how criticals work. And to all of you who said that I should replace Chad with Houndour, screw you. Chad kicks ass, always has, always will. And Drake is down. And that's second to last final match. And I'll see you guys next time.